Hey everybody, I'm Garrett with Diary of a Family. We're intentionally living life with you. Now it is just me today, unfortunately, but don't fear. I have plenty of fun stuff planned for us today, including 2 interviews with brand new full-time RVers, and I wanted to know their story. So that will come up in a couple minutes, and also I wanted to give everybody, including our DFAM, a little bit of a sneak preview as far as what we've been up to while we're here in Tucson. Now, I'll be playing a couple different clips and talking about it during this live stream, so make sure to stick around if you have the time. And yeah, let's get on with the show. Hopefully everybody is doing fantastic. Question for the video: are you full-time? And if so, how long have you been full-time? And if not, do you have any plans or do you have any desires to become full-time RVers? So leave it in the chat or in the comments if you're watching this afterwards, and we look forward to having this conversation with you. So we have been in the Tucson area since about the end of January, and we have a couple more weeks left on our contract here before we head out on the road, which means we have a lot of stuff to do. Carolyn keeps reminding me, oh, we got all this stuff to do. We got to plan and we got to prep, and yep, we do. So we are going to be somewhat not escalating, accelerating. I guess that's the better word for it. Yes, X marks the spot has been full-time for 18 months. That is awesome. Our View of America, hello. Hope Marks is here, and No Ordinary Path decided to drop in. Congratulations on hitting 20,000 subscribers for No Ordinary Path. We're super excited for you guys. And then Richard Machida was the first one here, so congrats to Richard. Thank you for joining as well. All right, so we are going to be probably releasing 2 videos a week till we're done here in Tucson. The reason behind this is we have so much fun, amazing content that we want to share with you guys that we don't have enough time to do the next project we have in mind. Not giving it away, guys. We want to get this caught up with where we're at currently before we get back on the road. Our View of America has been full-time. Our 1-year anniversary was 2 days ago. Well, fantastic to Our View of America. That is awesome. We've been on the road for over 2.5 years now. I keep thinking we're getting closer to 3 years, but we're probably about 2 years, 7 months. So it has been quite an adventure, quite a journey. If you are just joining the channel and you haven't heard about who we are, I am an RV tech. My wife is a travel nurse, and we have been traveling all over the United States for the past 2.5 years. And we've been documenting everything, including our process to becoming full-time RVers 2.5 years ago. So we have lots of videos and lots of content. So if you are interested in knowing our story, go back and check out some of our videos and stuff from a couple years ago. And that'll help get you guys up to date. So I see there are more people joining, which is awesome. We have 2 new interviews, 2 interviews with some full-time families that just started out. And we wanted to find out from them why they decided to do this. So we're going to go do that in just a second. But first of all, I wanted to give you some previews of some of the stuff that's going to be coming up. So one of the things that I'm really, really happy about is, hello, Nursing Our Travel Bug. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Is the RV tech stuff is starting to pick up. It's been quite crazy, and I decided at one point to just take you guys along with us. So without further ado, I wanted to show you one of the crazier jobs that I have done so far while here in Tucson. Well, a little bit of that behind the stories on that video. For those of you just joining, question of the video for Nursing Our Travel Blog and Grassroots Living, who both joined us. How long have you been full-time RVing? And do you enjoy the process? How have you enjoyed this adventure so far? Okay, so a little bit about that video you just saw. I got a call a couple weeks ago from a guy saying, hey, we needed to sell our RV. It's already sold. And as we went to go hook it up, one of the legs stopped moving. And it sent me some pictures, and that was the mess that ensued. It was quite an interesting ordeal. It was out in the middle of nowhere on someone's property, and it was quite the crazy repair. But I was able to do it. I took you guys along with me, and I will be doing quite an interesting video on that one as well. So like we said, tons of content. I have a video that's just done how to use your RV oven. I just was spur of the moment, decided, hey, this should be a fun one to do. And so I made a video on that. So that's coming out soon. Next, I wanted to go over the lithium. Now, we have been showing and teasing and talking about our lithium setup ever since we had been boondocking a couple months, like last month. And we have all the video together. However, with all the other videos we have to do, it's been quite crazy. So I wanted to give you a little sneak peek on what we're doing with our lithium and our Diary of a Solar System. All right, so we have finished this project. That was a fun time lapse. I really enjoyed it, of me putting together the inverter and the different bus bars and shunts and all that stuff that goes into making your own kind of off-road, off-grid power system. So Ordinary Path said they are taking notes, which is good. Honestly, they should have. I'll send you guys some pictures of what we have, and I'll kind of explain it. That might help you guys when you get ready to do this with your guys' RV. Looking forward to that. That'll be cool. Let's see here. No Ordinary Path. Nursing Our Travel Bug. Answering the question of the video, they said they have been full-time for 4 years next month. Grassroots Living said that they have been full-time for about 6.5 out of the last 11 years. We love full timing, and the only time we get off the road is to help family. That is awesome. We hope to make it as far as Grassroots Living does. I think that'll be a lot of fun. So, yes, so many fun people in the chat. We're absolutely loving it. So, yeah, let's move on. Now I wanted to talk to you about our newer friends that we just met while we've been here in this RV park. There are so many families here in Tucson, and we met a couple families and absolutely loved talking with them and getting to know them. Norton Air Pass said that they have just ordered an inverter but don't have batteries yet. Yeah, yep. All right, getting off sidetrack there a little bit. So these two families we met, and they both have very similar stories. They've been on the road for a couple months now, but they sold everything, got on the road, and I wanted to hear why they decided to do this. So without further ado, let's welcome our newest guests. So go ahead and tell us a little bit about your family.
We are a family of 5, including the dog. So we have 2 kids. We've always homeschooled. We are kind of from all over the place. My husband and I met in Utah, and then we lived in Texas and Colorado and all over the place. So That's a little bit about us.
Awesome. How long have you been traveling for?
We've been full-time traveling for 5 months.
5 months.
So, but we've always been traveling. Before we had kids,
Okay.
we were always a traveling family, and then once we had kids, we camped a lot, and then now we're doing this.
Okay, awesome. Do you guys own a house or property?
We did. We owned a home in Utah, and we actually just sold our home in Utah.
Okay.
On Monday.
So no property, no house to
No
tie you
property,
down.
no house. We decided just to free ourselves of everything, and we are looking for property. So that's part of this journey, is to find our next piece of property.
Okay. What do you currently live in?
We currently live in a 39-foot fifth wheel. It's a bunkhouse. So it's one of those fifth wheels where the back is a dedicated space for the kids. And in that dedicated space, there's 2 bunks that kind of pull out. There's a half bathroom. So it's really nice to be able to close the door and for the kids to have their own section.
Yeah. Awesome. How long do you think you will be traveling for?
We plan on traveling for about 1 to 2 years, just depending on as long as we can do it.
Okay. So you don't really have an end in sight, but
No.
to see where it goes.
As long as work will allow us to continue to live this life, then we're gonna do it.
Awesome. So what is the best thing about full-time RV living?
There's a lot of really great things about full-time RV living. I think for us right now, the best thing is being able to spend as much time with our family as we do. We've just been able to really connect in a way that had we not been on this adventure, I just don't know if we would have connected like that.
Yeah. Do you enjoy the family and the friends that you've met on the road?
They're the best. I mean, it's a whole community of people who I think we might be misfits in a way, which kind of connects us. And the fact that we've all chosen to do something that is so completely unique, I think it takes a certain type of person to do that. And they're awesome.
Now, on the flip side, what is the worst thing about living full-time in an RV?
I think the worst thing about living full-time in an RV is going to be the learning curve. I am not extremely handy, and having to learn electric stuff, having to learn plumbing, carpentry, all of it. And so living in an RV is a big learning curve on how to maintain and run your rig.
Okay. Awesome. Well, thank you
Is there
very
anything you want to re-ask?
No, that's great.
Okay.
That's great. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hi, my name's Arthur Garland, and this is my wife, Carrie Garland.
I'm Carrie, and we have 6 children.
Their names are Hannah, Caitlin, Claire, Madeline, AJ, and Delaney.
And we do not do interviews often. Okay, now tell us about your family. Is that what we're supposed to do?
Sure.
Okay. Okay, start over. We'll just start over. Okay.
There was a truck that went by, so if you want to do a do-over, we can totally do a do-over.
Well, we definitely want to do a do-over.
Okay.
But I don't want to do over this thing all night. I just want to like...
Tell us, introduce yourselves.
Okay.
Hi, I'm Arthur Garland, and this is my wife, Carrie Garland.
Hi.
And we are a family of 8, and we have 5 girls and 1 boy. Our oldest is Hannah, then we have Caitlin, Claire, Madeline, AJ, and then our youngest is Delaney. Carrie and I were married in 2004, and Hannah was born in 2007.
Yep.
And then our last was in 2015.
Oh, Delaney's.
She's
so cute.
A little fireball.
How long have you been traveling?
So we have been traveling. We sold our house in November. And then we were stationary in Kingsburg. So we were last in Fresno, around Fresno, California, the Central Valley. We were stationary in Kingsburg for 4 months while Arthur finished up work. And then we've actually only been on the road traveling for a month. So we left March 1st and here we are. So yeah, it's been awesome.
So since you sold your home, do you guys own any property, or do you have nothing at the moment?
At this time, no. We basically sold our house, and we sold everything we have: beds, dressers, clothes we didn't need,
Yeah.
pretty much everything.
Yeah.
Isn't that a crazy experience? Like,
It-
what was that feeling?
It was the best feeling. So a lot of I think we really started mulling this idea over about a year ago. And at first it was kind of like some intense stress because it's just so abnormal. I mean, it's so unconventional. And it was like people are gonna think we're crazy. It was stressful. We were anxious, but at the same time, I think neither one of us had ever felt so much peace. And so we slowly just started selling stuff and hoping that God was going to continue to open doors for our family as we dreamt about this idea. And
I was the most nervous about
Right.
it. At first, I tried to talk everybody out of it.
Every day he'd be like, but we are going to sell our house and everything. And we're like, yep. But anyways, as we continued to sell and as the time got closer and we sold our house, we realized the stress that was just released from having that pressure of house payments, utilities, everything that goes along with life. It opened space in our minds. It opened space in our hearts. It just was freeing. We had so much joy. So much peace. It was an exhilarating feeling, actually. It was super cool. And then we were so thankful that we had a time in Kingsburg. At first we were planning, you plan and then it doesn't work out. We were planning to put our house on the market. We figured it wouldn't sell for a while. We would buy our trailer and then we'd hit the road. But our house sold and we were offered full price before it ever went on the market. So we're like, but wait, we still have 4 months. We didn't even know if it was going to work out to have the trailer in time. We thought maybe we're going to have to stay in a hotel. It all worked out. It was awesome. But it sure gave us time to get to know this rig because it's different than a house. So.
Yeah, so time to adapt.
So it really did, and I'm so grateful because now that we're out, we feel comfortable
Absolutely.
with the rig. We understand the black tank and the gray tank and all the things that are what's happening. So it's really good to have that time, and now we feel real happy to be out and about. Yeah.
So why don't you tell everybody what you guys are living in?
What we're living in?
Yeah, the model number and
okay.
the type of trailer.
We bought a 2021 Grand Design Imagine. It's a 3250 bunkhouse, and we did months of research which one we were going to buy, looking at different ones, and this one worked out the best for us because of the extra basically room it had in back, the 4 bunks in back.
Yeah.
And it's very roomy for the amount of people that we have in it.
Right.
For being a trailer, bumper pull travel trailer.
Right. And we looked at lots. I mean, we would have loved to go with a 5th wheel. But we knew for our plan and our journey, we wanted to all ride in the same car. Like part of this whole experience is just to redeem time together. And so that just wouldn't have fit us. You know, we would have had to take 2 cars. So the Imagine's been great for us. We're really happy with it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And your plan is to travel for how long?
Our plan is to travel for a year.
Yeah.
You know, that's kind of what our mind is set
Our
on right
idea,
now.
yeah.
What we have budgeted for.
Yeah.
Because I'm currently unemployed. But we have it for about a year, and then we'll just see how it goes. You know,
Yeah.
we're not set on we're going to do this forever, and we're not set on we're not going to do this forever. So
Yeah.
we're really up in the air. But right now, the plan is for about a year.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what's the best thing that you have found about full-time RVing?
The best thing is just being able to have that quality family time.
Right.
You know, for myself, anyways, growing up not having a lot of family time. So that so far for me, that's been the best.
Yeah.
Just being able to not have the stress of a high stress job
Right.
as well.
And I have to agree. I mean, we just being together, having him, we've spent our whole lives. He's had Sundays off, and then Sundays come and you have to do yard work or, you know, run errands or something. And so just being fully connected and together has probably been the very best.
Getting to know the kids.
Right. Really
Yeah.
spending quality time with each other, being outdoors. Like, we've never been a TV family, but you can utilize TV when you're at home, and all the kids are in their own bedrooms, and they're, I don't know, like, just the closeness, which we thought might be a little too close, has actually been the very best thing.
Oh man,
Yeah.
watching your kids out here
Yeah.
playing ball
Right.
in the pit there.
Yeah.
I'm just like, what?
All the time. I mean, and they love it. They love being together. They've already said, if we buy a house, we want to have a loft up top just where we can all sleep in the same room. And to hear that as parents is really special, because
Especially when they're all teenage daughters. Usually
right,
they want
like,
their own space.
they want space.
Yeah.
And right now, that's like their favorite thing, is to go into their room at night and just like laugh and giggle and visit in this tiny little space.
a
But
little
it's
box of a room.
right, and they're happy. So it's been really good. Yeah.
Yeah, you've got to enjoy each other if you're going to live in
You
such
have
a
to.
small house.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
And it makes way for so much like connection, communication. You know, you got to work through your problems, and you got to learn how to communicate in a healthy way, and you got to let go of some things. I was kind of anal, like in our big, huge house. I needed everything to be clean, and I needed everything to have a place, and we had fun. I mean, we really have always loved one another and had a really good life together. Like, that's been important for our family. But you gotta let things go when you're in a little trailer, and there's gonna be stuff on the ground, or it's not important, you know, your priorities shift, and I've really appreciated that for myself. Yeah.
Well, what is the worst thing that you found about full-time traveling?
I think, you know, I can't say there's anything like the worst. We've had
I
our
have a few
black
things.
tank back up a couple times. I mean, that was pretty gross. We kind of feel like pros now at that. Not the worst, but this has been the hardest. And again, we've only been on the road a month. Saying goodbye is hard. You know, I think caring for our kids' hearts when we say goodbye to people that you meet and connect with, especially when they're full-timers and they get it. Like, these kids get it. They're in the same journey. They're on the same path. And then to say goodbye to them, like my Delaney, there's been lots of tears each place we go. And it's just like, honey, I'm so sorry, but I'm so thankful we had that time to get to know them. So as a mom, that's hard, but it's also like the best, because you're getting to know these wonderful families. So that one's a hard one, but
It does get easier.
yeah, I'm sure it does. I'm sure as you go on, you just realize this is what we do.
Emma
and
used to be our, I miss home, I
Yes.
miss grandma, I miss our house that didn't move.
right. Yeah.
The homesickness.
For me, the worst thing, I wish our bedroom had a little more room.
He always says that.
I wish the bedroom, yeah.
Your
just,
bedroom does not have a slide.
It does
right,
not have a slide.
yeah, we don't have a slide out in the
It's
bedroom, but
literally a bed.
That's that's the big thing, and getting used to pulling
Yeah.
the trailer has
Yeah.
been. I can do it just fine, but it's a little more difficult.
Feels a little stressful.
Yeah, it feels those are a little bit more stressful days for
Yeah.
me.
Yeah.
So how's sex life in the trailer with 6 kids?
You know what?
That's not on our list, but
That's
have to
okay.
ask.
It's good. People are always like, we have to make. I'm like, maybe they're in their rooms and they hear us. They've never mentioned it. They're asleep.
Yeah.
We just go about our business like we normally would at home. We're like, it's bound to happen. I mean, otherwise life would like.
It just happens a little bit later at night.
Yeah,
than
that's true.
than normal.
Right.
So
And
you're
I'm always like, we can't shake it. Like, I'm more worried. Okay, we're just getting real. I'm like, what if people outside can see the trailer shaking? He's like, they can't. He's like, what about the kids
they're
in the
doing
house?
the same thing.
Right. So yeah, I mean, it's been fine.
We have a little insomniac. We need to put a lock on our
So,
door. We've
yeah.
told her, do not open that door if it is closed.
Right. So we did.
We did.
The minute we got this, they didn't come with locks.
Yeah, no, they don't.
No, they do have locks now. I'm like,
good.
how could you not have locks on your door? And then we have the bathroom that goes to the bedroom and out. So we had to put a lock on the inside of the bathroom too. And it's like, when this door is locked, don't unlock it. Like, it needs to stay locked.
Yeah.
You guys are great.
But-
That's awesome. I just love seeing you guys in the pool hanging out
It's been good.
and the kids racing up and down the street.
Yeah.
and they're always popping. Little Delaney's always popping over and saying hello.
She's-
Hey.
So she's always like, is your car purple? Is your car purple? Kind of like,
Yeah.
she's always, it's so funny. I'm gonna go say hi to my friends with the purple car. We're like, okay, but if they're not outside, you may not knock on their door. Like, we, out of everybody, we're like, I wonder if Delaney likes us. She is happy to go visit all the people.
She's
Yeah.
very sociable.
She's so sociable. She loves friends. She knows nobody's name. Everybody is friend. We're like, you need to call them by their name. Well, they're my friend. I'm like, I understand that.
Edison was still in
Yeah.
that stage.
Yeah.
He's using names better
Now,
now.
yeah.
But yeah, it used to be, hi friend.
Hi, friend. Hmm.
I catch Timothy saying that sometimes.
Yeah.
I'm like, you need to find out what your friend's name is.
We say that, and I'm like, I don't think she ever does. But she's sweet,
She's
so
a joy. She's
yeah.
a joy.
So I mean, we've loved being here. You know, we've had 3 weeks here, and that's been really nice. So we're thinking that that's kind of what we have learned that we like is a little extra time to not feel like, okay, we're moving
Too much.
every 4 days or every 5 days. You know, we would like to stay at least 2 to 3 weeks where we travel to, I think, throughout this journey, and give ourselves some time to explore and relax and enjoy and meet people.
Do you have any travel goals?
We don't have any real goals. We
So
did
not
make a
wanting to see
dream
all
book before we left, as
Dream
the
book,
like
okay.
it. So it we went with the kids told us what states they wanted to see. Like that was, and then we researched like in those states what we wanted to do.
So you've chosen states.
So we've chosen
Yeah.
states, exactly. I mean, our goal was ultimately maybe to get through the whole United States, but not. That's if we decide to go full time, and we have years to do that.
yeah, it's too much.
So we plan to probably get to maybe 15 states, maybe 16. You know, maybe some we'll just drive through and stop and have lunch or something. But we certainly don't plan to get to all 50 states.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there a location that you guys are most looking forward to this summer that you have planned out?
No.
Because the summer we're taking to go back home.
Okay.
So we were really struggling with like, once we get up to Montana, are we going to go into South Dakota and keep exploring? Or is it going to be a good time to go into Idaho and Washington where our family is and just spend a good summer with them? And we all decided and we felt best about going to spend time with our family. So we're
'Cause
going to
we
go.
haven't been around them for about 3 years.
Right.
you've been
So we're
Fresno,
gonna
yeah.
right. So we're gonna go take some time and just go explore with them, and then we'll head back into California and see lots of our good friends, And then by August, our goal, I guess, if we wanted to be somewhere, would be into Colorado. Like, I think we're really excited to go
Fall in
explore Colorado. So August or September. So other than that, we'll be in Washington and
You have
Oregon.
such great plans.
We're
Your kids are gonna
excited.
Enjoy it so
Yeah,
much.
yeah.
And are you making the kids homeschool while they're on this
We
trip?
are. We are not doing it a lot. I think we'll get into a better routine as the time goes, but we definitely do plan to have them continue their schooling. I have always been a little more unconventionally schooling. Like, I love life learning, I love outdoor learning, I love character-based training and learning more than like books. But we definitely do minimal book work, and we need to continue to do that. So we will. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank
sitting down
you.
with us.
Thank you, thank you.
Thank you so much to the Hans and the Garlands for those amazing interviews. We absolutely loved getting to know you guys, and I'm going to turn off my AC real quick. All right, I'm back. Sorry. I totally forgot to turn that off. All right, so they were such an amazing story. They got really real with us, and we absolutely loved it. We hope that we do hope that our paths cross, especially with the Garlands, because they were a wonderful family, and we absolutely loved getting to know them. So it's so amazing to see all the different stories that are in this life and in this RVing lifestyle. So when we can share those with you, we can. We love to do that. And we also love to interview other YouTubers as well. So if you're interested in being interviewed on our channel, you can always email us at connect@diaryofafamily.com. And we would love to sit down and get to know you. Doesn't matter where you're at. We would love to just sit down and ask you some questions. So, all right, that was the main event. I have a few more videos that I wanted to show you guys. Primarily, they were just leave it on. I can barely notice. Stay comfy. Well, yeah, I could notice it though. It's hard to think sometimes. Someone noticed. There might be something behind me. Edison, just before I went live, decided to throw the cat on my bed and run out. So, I made him, aka Mittens, part of the show. So, you're welcome. All right, back to our previews. If you didn't know, Carolyn, my lovely wife, is on the chat right now, so make sure to say hello to Carolyn and let her know that you miss her and can't wait for her to be back on the live stream next weekend, which I believe she will be. So, back to our previews. We have been exploring a lot of the brains. We have been exploring a lot of the Tucson area recently, and those Tucson, and we actually went down into Phoenix as well, but I'll share with you a little more about that in just a moment. But in the Tucson area, we have been going and seeing national parks. We've went to Saguaro National Park a couple times. We have been over to Madera Canyon National Recreation Area. That area is also so amazing.
Wobbly! A bunny!
A bunny?
Mom? Mom, same time I want. Mom, look, real grass! What is it, Mom? Mommy, this is the hidden one. Go up.
I don't think so, because she's wild. She probably won't let you get close to her. If we walk nice and slow quietly, maybe we'll be able to walk past her. Nice and slow on the path. Yep, you're okay. Just like that. She's not bothered at all by our noise coming up the hill.
No. Not even a herd of elephants.
She's got little legs and tiny feet. Helps her be really quiet.
So we came right up to that deer. I saw the deer before the kids and Carolyn did, and I was like, "Hey, whoa, 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 slow down! Like, look right over there." And so we all stopped, and we went and headed over there. Garrett hasn't mentioned how much work he's had this week. Ooh, yes. It was a busy week as far as RVs. I did 3 jobs yesterday, and I had another 3 or 4 earlier in the week. So I've been very busy. It's just a good thing because I've been making money, which is also good. So Madera Canyon was absolutely awesome. We have plans to go with some of our friends back up to Madera Canyon because it's springtime. That means that was all in February when we went up the first time. So there has been a lot of change since then. So we're going to head back up there and finish exploring the Madera Canyon National Recreation Area and hopefully get a wonderful video out for you guys. So, yep, Notion Our Travel Book said, sounds like a good problem to have. Yep. The wonder of those kids. Yeah, it was amazing. The kids were just dead silent. The only other time I've seen them look that amazed by something was when we were in the Carlsbad Caverns. And we were going through the caverns, and it was just massive. The kids, usually you cannot get them to be quiet when you're in a place. Thank you so much for joining No Ordinary Path. Make sure to join us later. We are meeting up with Nourishing Our Travel Bug in our next video, so stay tuned for that. Anyways, the kids were absolutely mesmerized by the caverns in Carlsbad. So we were like, wow, this was amazing. They were quiet. They were laid back, and it was really amazing. And then to see them get so close to this deer, they went into that just awe mode, I guess. Well, hopefully we can get this thing going again. Sorry for the crazy delay. I don't know what, for some reason, the Wi-Fi decided to just randomly disconnect off of my hotspot, which is not very happy for me. So let me see if you guys can see this and hear this. Let me know in the chat. And hopefully we'll get this going back up now. All right. I think we're back. Hopefully we're back. If not, I'm talking to myself. Not exactly sure why this was doing this. Okay. Well, if we can get this thing going again, we will definitely be... Come on. try this. All right, I'm hoping. Okay. Yes, and you see the chat? Yes, I can now. I had to refresh the page. Okay. Cool. So sorry about that little delay. I will probably see if I can edit that out later. But I have one more video that I wanted to share with you guys, and it's from our time with nursing our travel bug. Before this is yes, I'm back. Yay. We went for a hike with nursing our travel bug, and they did their video a couple weeks ago, and now we're gonna go share ours with you guys.
Hi!
Hi guys!
You know where this came from?
Oh my gosh, is that the infamous shark I saw on your live stream?
Yep.
Yeah, it was a stone one.
Oh, I like it.
Hi guys! Give me a hug, Bella. Aw, you're growing. Stop growing. That's not fair.
Right.
Hi!
Hi.
Yay!
Timothy, get your hat. Are you hiding?
We were clear on the other side of the mountain.
It's good to. Oh, I'm not recording. Hang on. Let's
Okay.
do it again. It's so good to see you.
Good to see you too. Oh my goodness.
Hey, buddy! I need me an Eddie hug. Come
Give
on.
an Eddie hug.
Come on. Oh my gosh. Oh, those are the best. And then he runs away.
I know. Then he runs away. Miss
Yeah.
Natasha. Here. The sunshine. There we go. That's better. So we ended up on the other side because we're coming in from the other side, and I think that's probably where our GPSs are like, well, here's the closest entrance to the park.
Right.
And it's like 5 minutes from the IKEA. So I was like, this is perfect.
Yeah.
But yeah, this doesn't seem to be as, like, none of the park entrances seem to be like the main entrance.
No, this
Yeah.
place is
It's huge. There's so many like hiking trails. Some
Yes.
of them are really difficult and others are like super easy. So I'm excited.
All right. So that is what you guys have to look forward to when we put our next video out on Wednesday. But make sure to stay tuned because we're going to start putting out a whole bunch of videos with the Tucson area and, you know, for RVing and all that other kind of stuff. So make sure to continue to stay tuned because we're just getting started with our Tucson stuff, and we're almost ending our time in Tucson. So we have tons of things to look forward to for you guys, for the DFAM. So thank you, everyone who has continued to stick around, even when we had this weird technical issue. So my kids are starting to get a little bit antsy, so I'm probably going to get some dinner started in the... Oh, diary. What? I was wondering about nursing our travel bugs phone. Oh, yeah. Okay. I got what you're saying. There was, you know, if you don't tag somebody in the chat, you know, sometimes it's hard for me, you know, who is watching the stream and putting on the stream to know, you know, oh, is that, oh, you're talking about somebody else. Ah, got it. Yeah, I was. RV underway. Where do you place hashtags in the title or description? To change topics just a little bit to answer this question, hashtags really just go. You can put like if it's a short, put hashtag shorts, in the title and the description. But for most other videos, when you're using hashtags, you just put them in the description. The first 3 are the ones that kind of appear below you or below the video. There's no real place in the description to put them. You can have up to 5 hashtags in a video. So, but the first 3 are the ones that show up, in those hashtag area. So, yeah, it's all right. That's all right. No problems, Bridget. So, they said take him to the pool. Well, we haven't done shopping yet, so my thought is to get dinner going, get that in the Instant Pot, and then go out and do our shopping. So, and then by the time we get back, the dinner will probably be done. So, but we have tons of stuff coming up, and we're looking forward to getting on the road and starting the next chapter. We're so excited to be able to tell you guys about that. I know we've been kind of teasing it, on our videos and on our live streams. So, but I think it's going to be worth it, and I think you guys are absolutely going to love it. So, I'm going to go ahead and sign off and get these kids who sound like they're playing WWE in the background. Yep, tell them mommy says to be quiet. Yes, but I'm also trying to be... Okay. Anyways. Yes, I'm solo today. It's been quite crazy. I'm also super, super happy for Bridget for coming over and helping watch the kids while I've been out doing some of these jobs. Hope asked what I'm making for dinner. Well, I have a pork rump. It's like one of those pork things that's like that long. I'm going to throw it in the Instant Pot and make it into pulled pork for dinner tonight. So that's my plan. I think it's going to take, I got to look at the thing, but I think it's like 5 minutes or like 15 minutes for every pound or something like that. So it's going to be like an hour of cooking for that big piece of meat to cook. So that's what our plan is. Got to get that stuff cooked up and going. So anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. And as always, live life intentionally, and I'll see you guys in the next video. All right, bye everybody.